Hello and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob and I call myself Sensomi. First off, let me just say that I'm expecting an important telephone call, so if you see some weird cut all of a sudden, it's because the phone had have rung. That's the way you say it, yes. So, but yeah, let's hope it will happen after the episode. And especially let's hope it doesn't happen in the middle of the game, because then it could be just that I go mute or something during the game. But, so what has happened here during the summer? A lot of strange things has happened. And good and bad. I've signed a lot of players, of course, as usual. It wouldn't be me if I didn't sign a lot of players. Let's have a little history here and go back to the previous season here. And we can see all of these players here are players that I signed. Most of them is youth player. I think Jonathan Mitchell here is the only one that is of age. Everyone else is pretty young. We did get rid of some players, like these ones here, and we did sell, as you all know, Jake Fisher, Neil Flahaven. Unfortunately, we were not able to keep them. But the strange thing happened during this here. Sam Thomas, I mean, I thought, yeah, he was an okay, so I offered him a contract because he was out of contract but still in Fulham, and I had to pay 575,000 for him, and I didn't have a transfer that big, but it just had to be a bug or something that made that. And this season, and then after that, I of course signed more of these players that left their club, like Eddie Petrie here. Like I think he is probably the one that I'm most excited about, to be honest. Even if this is a good player as well. So yeah, I have a couple of things. That's the strange. I lost 600,000. I think I wouldn't have placed a bid for him if I wouldn't have paid 100,000 for him. I wouldn't have paid 50,000. He was a free transfer, so he was out of contract. I wanted to sign him because he had some good numbers, especially for being out of contract, as I said. But yeah, then I realized, then I got that. I don't know if there's been some clause that I missed or something. I don't know that, to be honest. Anyway, and then I got rid of even more players. But Matt Bistrup has gone to Magdeburg on loan, which I'm very happy about. And you all know that I did that already last season. I got Matt Mikkelsen to join Alta on a loan for a while. And I don't know. I haven't seen any reports in a long while now. In my entire preseason, I guess they have some summer vacation or something, so they're on hold with their games. They played the 13th, but I didn't get. Yeah, I think that's the previous. Yeah, that's July, right? And we're in August now, so that's almost a month that they haven't played. But they're going to play tomorrow, so yeah. Hopefully he will be back playing in that club. But as I said, there's been a lot of players coming in, a lot of players going. And the sad part about going, I didn't want to lose Mike Marlowe. Now, they wanted to buy him for 300,000, and I managed to negotiate it up to $1 million. And 25% of the next sale, but I didn't want to get rid of him. I thought he was a superb player and had a lot of potential and was 19 years old. But somehow Derby County found out that he was talented. And we lost Steve Vance as well, another player that I was hoping that I was going to be developing. But we got 1.1 million in that deal. So we did get in money. Carl Coleman was also sold. The same with every one of them. It was the same thing. They wanted to buy them for 400,000, and I just put 500,000 straight up, 500,000 in installments, and 25% of the next sale. And I got it. Eventually I got it. It took some time. I had to do it loads of times, I must tell you, before they accepted it. So I was a bit lucky. I didn't want to overstep it too much, because I was just, then it would probably just be that the board would have accepted, and maybe they would have accepted 800,000 or something like that. So that's why I tried to keep it down. And despite all the money that we made from Fischer and Flahaven, which made us 800,000, something like that, I asked them for improved training facilities. They said no. I talked to them and they still said no. And last time I asked, oh, they're back here now, I can ask again for coaches allowed, because that was turned down as well. But we're almost 2 million now. They can't say no now, could they? I hope not. So that is a bit of a stretch, a bit of strange. But yeah, looking at the players that we got in then, maybe we should go in transfers, still in history. And as I said, this is probably the player that I'm most excited about. Good, both in CA and PA are very, very good. So yeah, I think this is the player I'm going to put as much emphasis on as possible. I think I'm going to be having him playing in the role that's been Emir Hus for so many years now. And Emir Hus is not, I'm not going to sell Emir Hus, not yet. Then there is this player. I'm very excited about this player as well. He's from Liverpool, or yeah, not from Liverpool perhaps, but he was released by Liverpool. So he was on loan last season and didn't play at all in Austria. That's weird. But as I said, Liverpool released him, so we snapped him up on a free transfer. And I'm excited about that player as well. We got this one as well. Might not have a little less faith in this one, but coming from Everton, I doubt he's bad. He's probably a good player. And as I said, Sam Thomas, I would not have reached for him if I knew I was going to be paying £600,000. Definitely not. But yeah, that's the way it is. And but hopefully he will be a good signing for us. Let's hope for that anyway. Let's see, what else can we say about the players that have come to the club. Jonathan Mitchell is because of the problem I had in the end of last season, where both Steele and Toby Egan got injured. This is a player, I don't really know how good he is, but he seems to be okay. So this is a third goalkeeper, and I signed him as a backup. He did sign a contract as a backup, so he should not be complaining if he doesn't get any games, which is good, because we need hopefully an okay goalkeeper that can come in if injuries should happen to us. So that's why I signed him. And then of course most of the players are but these kind of players that's been rejected by these top clubs. I think this is probably the only one that isn't something like that. It's a striker that have been on my short list for a couple of years, and I think he's been struggling a lot to find a club. So yeah, he's been in clubs, but I think he's been leaving them free transfer. So they signed him. Yeah, they signed him when I wanted him because he didn't want to sign for me then. Then they released him, and now I have signed him. So, and I hope he's going to be a good alternative to Flahaven to play good with Corey Andrews up front there to take care of all of that. So yeah. Now the problem we have now, we've lost so many good players by all of those. Let's have a look here. We lost. Let's go back here. We lost. Come on, go in here then. Marlowe, right defender. Steve Vance, right defender. Carl Coleman, right defender. So 3 players that can all play in the right defense. So I do have a bit of a problem there. I have Oliver Newton, who I believe can become good. I think he has the potential, as it says here. So I do have him, and I do have Harry Brithwithel left, and Jude Russell. But I think we've lost a lot of the really good players, that they are gone now on the right side, especially the ones that had some talent right now. I believe that many of these players that are still here that can play on the right side still has the potential to become really good players, but none of them are there like Carlman and those were, so to speak, even if they most likely had a lot of way to go before they will reach their peaks. But so that's going to be a problem. Now, in the left, I do have Kyle, as I signed in the end of last season. I think he's really good. So I believe in him. But as we have Oscar Terenzi, of course, as well. He is supposed to be a promising player, and I think he is. So I'm going to keep him playing from now and then. But Kyle is, of course, going to be the first choice because I think he is, at the moment, the best left defender I've got. Now, we've gotten weak in the central defense because of that as well, of course. Wiggett will be getting a lot of games this season as well. And then we have the young players like Paul Bondor and Panikos. Those players have a lot of potentials, but of course not there yet. And Marcus Muir's injured here, but he might be getting a whole lot of games as well. But we know that Wiggett and Muir are not the League 2 top class, so to speak. They are, yeah, haven't been, I should say. Maybe they'll develop this season, who knows. And Kaya, I was so disappointed with him, so I put him on transfers list. But as he can play as a mid defender as well now, well, he's been able to do that all the time. But since he can do that, and since I have a shortage of mid defenders, I am going to. He's going to be transfers listed. He's still going to stay there, but he's going to be a reserve to jump in there. So it doesn't really matter if he doesn't get sold. We bought this Freddie Stewart as well, 18-year-old, which is or not bought. We signed him. I think he was another Manchester United reject. Yes, another Man United reject that they threw out. And he looks great, I think, and has a high potential there. So he's going to be one of the... First I thought he was going to be a midfielder for us, but after the midfielders that I have now, I don't want to use him as a midfield. I'm going to have him as a defender, since he can play there as well. So, yeah, I think that will be somebody that might be the one to link up with Charlie Wiggett once he gets back from his injuries. He is about to be out for about 2 months, so that's not very fun, but yeah. And then we have Hatem Ban Amor, another one that we So there were another rejects. I don't remember which team that he was already rejects from. Yeah, Chelsea. So, I mean, they might not be good at all, but they might be very good. I mean, look at the amount of money I brought into the club by signing former Premier League rejects, because all of those players that I have sold, except for Jake Fisher, has been Premier League rejects, and then I've earned about £1 million on each of them. So, yeah, I guess it's a good plan that I have made so far anyway. But I hope that we can improve the training facilities next time we're able to talk to them, because I think we need that as well. But as I said, we have Eddie Petrie. I have high hopes in him. I do believe he's probably our best player, it looks like, when we look at the stars and stuff like that. So I'm going to be playing him every chance I get, of course. Gary Gardner, I've given up on him. I think he should leave. I'm trying to offload him, and he's 33, so yeah, we all know with age comes problems. Emil Huys is starting to drop as well, so yeah, but he's been here for so long, and I am actually thinking that perhaps we can send him on some training courses, because he's been here since the beginning of the times, I almost said. But he played his first season when we started this game. He played his first season in Ipswich. Then we got him on a free transfer in the second season. So he's been here all the way since we were down to Vanarama South, and he's still an important player for me. I still think he's a good player. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to send him on a course, leadership course, because I really would like to see if I can get him to become a coach later on. Yeah, I think that would be cool. But yeah, that was Emil Huys, and yeah, I think, as you see, we do have one problem though, and it is the attack. I think we have loads of strikers, but we don't have loads of ability. We have a lot of potential ability, but not a lot of ability in the attack at the moment. So that's a little shortage. I know Corey Andrews might have as good a season as he had the last season, but yeah, we need to wait until the season starts before we know anything about that. He's not in the talks of who's going to be the goal scorer of the league, even though he won it last year by 10 goals or something like that. None of my players are in the discussion of being goal scorers. So, yeah, that's going to be tough. So what else can we go through here then? No dynamics have changed as what I know. And this is the stepping ladder hierarchy. The social groups, they are getting quite well together. Andrews is out here with Maghoma and Jude Russell. That's a strange thing. Andrews has been here for quite some time. He should be into some of the social groups, I think. Happiness is quite all right. Code of conduct, I'm sure showing going with the same. We're not going to have a team meeting and stuff like that. Tactics, I haven't changed anything in tactics right now. I might be doing some more tweaks later on. Team, this is the team they want me to play. It's not the team that I'm going to play, but it's something like it. It's not far away. So yeah, staff, we haven't been able to sign any more staffs, but hopefully we will now if they say yes, the board. Training, I've had a lot of endurance and quickness and stuff like that. Honestly, I've gone on pre-season training going by the YouTuber Sealand's training schedules, and I'm doing the ordinary training schedules as well in the way that he suggested. So yeah, I did get a lot of injuries since it is very high maintenance or high intensity in those training, but partly my mistake because I had these on as well in the beginning. I took it off at the end of it all. So yeah, I guess they did train a little too hard, but yeah, I think hopefully they will have a good physique to handle the season now because of that. So yeah, most of them, I guess the players that have been injured during the preseason will not have it. So here we have the schedule. Here's the friendly. We'd lost almost everybody, every single one, but we had a lot of good teams coming down to visit us and play against us. So we did get a couple of good spectator games. So, and hopefully we will do better when we get our own opponents, like here in the League 2 with Swindon and Notts County and all of them. And yeah, we got Charlton in the League Cup, which means that it's going to be tough, very tough to try and beat Charlton in that cup. And then we had Leyton Orient from League 1, we have Ipswich from League 1, and we have Tottenham under 23 in our Papa John's. So I don't think we're going to go out of the group this year. And only one home game in that Papa John, and it's against Tottenham under 23. So it's going to be tough. And I don't know if we can see any predictions. And let's go through this here. Profiles. Here we go. We have already had one game played. Oh, Tranmere beating Doncaster 1-0. So yeah. And here we see the things here. Let's see what season preview. Here there is the season preview. We are nowhere near 9-1. So they expect us to end up at 8th place. That's actually quite a good one. New managers, key players. These are only players on my shortlist. Hey, Pep, Petrier, they believe in him as well. And transfer activity. Highest net transfer spender is Notts County. And we've received a lot of money for our... It's incredible that we have all that money, but it is all that those former Premier League youth that they have thrown away, and it went very quick with Marlowe. I was expecting to have him at least a season or two, but I mean, I signed him. When did I sign him? Right before... No, I did have him. Right before we left Panorama, yes. So he only got to play 3 games for us, where he wasn't very good, and he played non-competitive with the under-18 or the under-23. He played quite a lot of games there, and he wasn't brilliant down there either, but somehow they saw the potential in him, I guess. They scouted him, and so he's gone there. So, yeah. Past positions, looking at, well, no, we can't do that. We need to do like that, but yeah, that's going to be later on. Rules, structures, let's go stadiums. We do actually have the park view here. It doesn't say how many the capacity. Sponsorship. We are dead last because we still don't getting any sponsorship more than that main kit, and the main kit went out the last season, as you probably saw, and so we got a new one which probably doubled, but still only 26,000, and we can see Tranmere getting 2.7 million in sponsorship income. That's so weird. So yeah, a bit sad that we don't get up the news headlines. Let's see if we can get. No, let's see here. Transfer rumors. No, I was just thinking about the things that I said about players that were, what should I say, believed to be top goal scorers in this league. So, and you can see here that that's the last season. So, schedule and transfer history. Let's see, yeah, let's see if we most man of the match award. Yeah, Corey Andrews. So it does wait until the season is over before they implement if you have. So they're not changing this until the season is over. So that's why the Corey Andrews. So that wasn't a bug. At least that stood. That's okay. That's good. But I don't know. I'm thinking about that transfer with Sam Thomas, and it makes me a bit irritated. But we're going to go playing the only game that we're going to play today. We're only going to play one game, as I said, as we always do in this pre-season episode, this episode 0. Harry Brithwithel is away on international duty, so we can't play him. So Jude Russell will come in as a right defender. We will have Charlie Wiggett together with, oh crap, I think we're going to have Kaya play with him. And then left defender, of course, it's Kyle Armstrong. Right midfielder then. Yes, we're going to go with this new Tyler Morton. And then the defensive, of course, Eddie. And the offensive is Paris. The left midfielder is going to be Ash, a new signing from, I think he was a Manchester United player before. We're going to have to take a look at that later on. And then strikers, I would love to get Corey Andrews back, but he's not at the moment. So let's go with just Marriott, and then I'll have to choose... Oh, who's got some pace? He's got 12 and 13 acceleration and 13 and 12, so they're just opposite each other. Sam Dalby, does he have any pace and acceleration? No, he does not. And so I guess, let's see, Richard. Is he a quick one? Nope, he's not. He's got some acceleration, but not. We're going to go with Victor. Let's let Victor get the chance here. Then we're going to actually go with Jonathan Mitchell as a reserve goalkeeper. And yeah, we would have loved to. We can go with Oliver Newton there for a right and central. And then we, of course, have Oscar Terenzi as the left defender. And then we need somebody to play in the central midfield. Loads of injuries and off player that is off, so to speak. We're going to go with Macaulay Gray. Then we could use some players to be covered both on the right and the left of the midfield. I'm going to go with Afuka and with Bojang. And then, of course, a striker. That will be Alfie Matthews. And this is the way we're going to play our very first game. No link-ups, so that's sad. We're starting season 6, and we don't have a link-up at the start of the season. But yeah, let's just try this out and see what happens. You can see we have some good stars, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see as well later on if Corey Andrews can play in the way that he did last season. That would be really interesting. We have a goalkeeper here. I'm going to give him 20. A right defender, let's give him number 2. And another defender, let's give him 21. Kaya, I want you to have 22. Tarensi, no. 23. Tyler Moran, you could be number 7. You're playing on the right midfield. Macaulay Gray, you can be 12. Bo Yang, we give you 13 because you look like you have a lot of accidents happening to you. So let's move on. Jack Marriott, pleased to be making his debut. Well, that's good to hear. Yep. But they will be better, I hope. The familiarities. Go hard when tackling. I'm not going to do that, as I've said. Pump fist. Let's see what this year's Premier game can give us. Will it be good or will it be bad? Come on, Welling. Come on. Let the new players start to play good here. We miss out on Corey Andrews. I miss him. But it's kind of even here. We are not dominating. They are not dominating. Let's see. Man mark. No, I will not man mark. No other. No chances so far that has been highlighted. That's weird. Half an hour and still no dangerous thing has happened here to any side. That is weird. 40 minutes. Now something happens. Wiggett with the ball. He hoists it up and Marriott is on their goalkeeper hoisted away. Russell. Petit is Akinwale and he scores! Victor Akinvale, 1-0 Welling United. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That's the way we start. Come on, Welling. Always press they want me to do there. Do we want to change anybody? Oh, Eddie Petrie, already tired? We did go through a long, hard struggle with pre-season. Well, he wasn't in the entire pre-season, so maybe I think he was signed the 1st of July, so he missed a week and a half or something like that of pre-season. So, but I don't know if that is the reason. That advice disappeared. And now things go back to nothing happening. Oh well, as long as they don't create chances and score goals, I'm happy. Since we have the lead, but of course I wouldn't say no to more goals. Here's Mahoma. Here's corner. Mahoma is the new set pieces here then, because Hughes is not in the team. Here's Petrie. Here's Morton. Morton was offside. Walker with a goal kick. And here comes Armstrong. Oh, that would have been a good pass to Andrews because he would have picked up the pace there. Here's Russell. Russell to Marriott. Marriott finds Akinwale. Akinwale finds the net. 2-0. Akinwale start off the season well. But of course he's not going to be playing if and when Corey Andrews is back, at least not for a while. We're just going to have to see how well it goes for Corey Andrews. It might go very bad. And if that is the case, we're going to have to realize that we can't play him. But I worry about that later. Let's just get him back from his injuries and hope that he can have as good a season as he had last season. Let's hope that Marriott may even be a better companion to Corey Andrews than Neil Flahaven was. That would be good. Here we are in a playoff. A playoff position is my goal for this season. I think we've established. The thing I'm worried about is the defense. I think we have some problems in the defense. We could use a good right defender. We could use maybe a good mid defender as well. But other than that, I think we have a team that can reach the playoff. I do believe that we are that much better than we were last season, to be honest. The players that I feel that we have brought in has probably, especially Eddie, as a central midfielder there. I think the star rating on him is too good to say no to. You can see here they reject my coaches allowed, so I'm going in to talk to them, and we should increase the number of it. No, they don't. We're definitely lacking in numbers of rivals. Still no. Lack of ambition. Still no. And left behind. Still no. Insist. Still no. And then I have to accept it. It's so strange. I brought in so much money to the club, and they don't want to give me that. And I can see that we need it, because going in on the training here, now we have, I should have done that as well. Edit coaches here. I put a lot of them in here because I wanted to get this down while we were doing the pre-season thing as well. But everything is heavy, very heavy, and stuff like that. Let's just go so that the assistant is lining them up. We have heavy, average, heavy, average, very heavy, average, very heavy. I would love to see that we at least get average on everything, and then we need more coaches to handle that. So, yeah, that's a bit of a shame that they won't allow me that. So, yeah. Especially I brought in so much money by signing these rejects from the Premier. I'm going to do the same thing next season, and hopefully we will get a couple of other players in the same situation, because I think it's a good business deal to do it, if nothing else. And it could be a good sporting thingamajig as well. Let's see here. I want that schedule, and we are going to be doing something like team bonding there before recovering, which might be stupid, but yep, that's the way it is. So yeah, we played the first game as well. We started the season with a victory, which is nice. It's always nice to be victorious, and it's always nice when we do things like that. We have an entire week until the next game, so hopefully he should be back, Corey Andrews, of course. So he has, I think it was 3 days or something like that. Yes, 3 days. And Glenn Wade has 2 weeks before he's back. Emil Hughes is out for another 2 weeks as well. So we do have some problems, but not a major problem. These players are very tired, which is, well, it's not very strange because they've just played a game, but I thought that hard training that we put the player through in the preseason should reduce the fatigue of the players. But yeah, they jump back quite quickly here. Just 1 day and they're all yellow, so that's good. I guess we're on to something. Brilliant. And yeah, as I said, I don't know if he's going to be the set pieces taker and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be going through a little more with tactics and see what I can do. Find out a little more about the players, the setup pieces, to see if there is anybody better than Maghoma, or if he's going to be the one taking the set pieces stuff from now on. We're just going to have to see that and worry about that then. So, but I think we've done a good season, episode 00. Episode 0 of the season 6. Can you believe it? We are already into season 6, and we have climbed 2 divisions. I'm very proud of that. And let's see, looking at history here, this is nice to see. We started here, didn't we? No, we started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons done. Yes, here we started. We ended up, we ended 9th first season, and then we went into playoff by reaching number 4 there and winning that, surprisingly. Then we came to playoff again, ending on position 5th in that league. And the season after that, we won it, which was cool. And last season, we ended in 14th position in the professional league, the lowest of the professional league, but still in the professional league. So I'm very happy about that. I've been the manager now for 5 years and 7 days, so that's interesting. Transfer history is of course here as well. Let's see what we have anything else. Facilities, is you can see here, it's still basic, fairly basic. So we're not getting anywhere with the board there, which is unfortunate, because I want to get that training facility up so that we can compete for real. That would be really good. So, but I should stop talking now and do things off camera. And I hope you have enjoyed the episode. Do like, subscribe, and comment down below. Stay safe, have fun, and I'll just end with bye.